In SysML, constraint blocks are used to support the construction of parametric models. They are a special kind of block used to define equations so that they can be reused and interconnected. The constraint block definition diagram, or constraint BDD, is similar to a standard BDD, but graphically displays the parameters restricting or constraining system design. The process of creating the diagram begins by identifying the parameters constraining an entity. For example, a component, a function, an item, etc. in the system. Parameters are uniquely defined for any individual entity. Once the parameters have been defined, the entity is related to the constraint definition entity using the constrained by relation. For example, component constrained by constraint definition. With the constraint definition defined, the design team can then graphically express the system constraints. Constraint BDDs are opened on any entity that is related to constraint definitions through the constrained by relation. The classes included are component, function, item, link, product, program activity, and test item. The selected entity is used as the starting point for the diagram and shows the constrained by constraint definition for the component followed by more information. Constraint definitions can be further defined by additional constraint definitions using the includes constraint definition relation. Parameters from other entities can be used in the constraint definition equation, and these are shown on the diagram as the leaf-level nodes through the uses parameter from relationship. The entity nodes at the top and bottom of the diagram show only their names. The constraint blocks contain the name of the entity, the expression or equation for the constraints, and the variables used in the constraints expression. You can change the node template for these blocks in the Properties tab of the toolbox. By default, the diagram will show the role names of the blocks. This can be toggled off in the Properties tab of the toolbox by unchecking the box next to Show Role Names. The role information comes from the mappings relationship attribute, which is best edited or defined by using the parametric diagram. The constraint BDD also shows the relationship labels at the connection point with the blocks by default, providing valuable context information. You can toggle this off via the Properties tab of the toolbox by unchecking the box next to Show Relationship Labels. A good reference for more information on the constraint block definition diagram is Chapter 8 of A Practical Guide to SysML, the Systems Modeling Language by Sanford Friedenthal, Alan Moore, and Rick Steiner. For more information and resources on Genesys, please visit our website or contact our support team.